Hey everyone, it's Tori ND Piano here with another Disney Dreamlight Valley video. And this is my first Disney Dreamlight video since doing my Biomes tour several weeks back. And I do still want to make a house tour where I show how all of my houses in the valley are decorated. But today's video is going to focus on just one specific house, and that is my Nancy Drew themed house, because if you know anything about me from the content on this channel or from following me on Instagram, then you know that I am really dedicated to the Nancy Drew PC game series made by her Interactive. And I thought it would be so much fun and a good challenge to try to bring the Nancy Drew games into Disney Dreamlight Valley. So starting off, you'll even see it's not me giving the tour today. We have Nancy Drew herself giving us the tour. And the hair is inspired by her blurry photo in Shadow at the Water's Edge. And she has her iconic green horse shirt that shows up in so many of the games. And my best attempt at mom jeans. And then the shoes, I think they're classy, cute, kind of vintage, because unlike what some characters would have us believe about Nancy's style, I actually think she's a pretty styling girl, and she is timeless, so we're conveying that through the shoes. So before we go into the house, I do just want to mention that this first room that we're going to walk into is inspired by the Hungerkünstler Café in Game 34 Mystery of the Seven Keys, and there are two other rooms in this house that are inspired by Game 34 environments. So if you don't know that game yet and don't want to see environment spoilers of any sort or hear me explain the connections, then honestly this would be a video that you should come back to after playing that game or watching someone else play it. So we will head in and check out this main room. So again, this is inspired by the cafe. So really tried as much as possible to match the coloring based on the furniture options that I have in Disney. And I think, honestly, I was impressed with how much I was able to get to fit. I would have loved for the walls to not have the white portion going all the way around, but I didn't see any other kind of good wallpaper that's this color and doesn't have that. So we're going with it for the time being. But one thing probably you've already noticed is obviously sizing is quite a bit different, because the cafe in the game is very long, but Disney Dreamlight rooms, this is the biggest they will ever get in terms of the ones that you can actually decorate. So I had to kind of pick and choose from different parts of the cafe and then try to tastefully combine it all together. So a big element of the room is all of the bookshelves, because we know that the bookshelves are really an essential and very prominent part of the cafe in the game. And I tried to make sure even that we did have shelves of different sizes, because I noticed that is a detail in Mystery of the Seven Keys. And then here with this couch area, that's, you know, that far left side down where the Kafka display is. So getting these two couches and even some food and coffee on the table, and then actually using dresser drawers to get those short shelves that are in the cafe, because as far as I know, Disney Dreamlight doesn't do any sort of short bookshelves like this, so I just made do with drawers. And then these tables tend to be, I think they're kind of more about in the middle of the cafe. So put some tables down, and I would have loved to have been able to put some food on these too, but just the way these tables are designed, you can't have flowers and food on the table at the same time. And then I will just turn around here and show off the windows. And these are Ratatouille windows, and I wish that they didn't have the paneling, but what I do really appreciate is how deep they are going into the wall, because I do remember that the actual cafe windows have kind of a big shelf type area like this, so I do appreciate that that matches. And then chandeliers, and then over here this stained glass artwork is standing in for those canvases on the right wall that are from different Nancy Drew games. And then right here we have the grandfather clock standing in for the astronomical clock, and I love that they both have really elegant designs on them of some sort. It's just a nice little connection between them. So again, this is the cafe, and I'm actually going to go across now before I show the other two Mystery of the Seven Keys inspired rooms. We're going to head into this room, and you will see as we go in, hopefully you can tell immediately that this is the Drew living room from Game 25, Alibi and Ashes. And I knew I had to have this room because Disney Dreamlight has a white grand piano, and so we had to honor the gorgeous piano that is in the Drew's living room. And in this case, the wallpaper is a really good match. And we've got the white furniture and the coffee table. And then I did have to be creative with some of these walls because you don't really actually see them in the game. So just taking creative license. So put a lot more windows over here. And then just for fun, because I have no idea what's on this side other than, you know, the big entryway that connects the foyer to the living room, just put these Magic Kingdom canvases on the wall. And then over here again, had to use some creative license to try to make it work, just because of how the white fireplace looks in Disney Dreamlight Valley and the shelving and things. So I did want to reflect that you can see books on this side of the house, and I had to put that artwork up there because there is no white fireplace in this game that extends all the way up, so I needed to fill that space so we didn't have all of this empty wall on this side of the room. So again, just trying to reflect it the best we can, but I just really love this space, primarily because of the piano, because piano is my thing more than anything else, but also it just really conveys how classy and elegant the Drew's living room is, and really the whole house. So let's come out now and head over here to another Mystery of the Seven Keys inspired room. And actually this room and the room directly across on the other side are connected in theme, because this room is New Aparát, which is where Elka works, the technology side of the store, and it's bright. It is screaming fluorescent lighting to me, despite the fact that there are no actual lights on the ceiling up here, and there's just the signs and things on the wall, but it is so bright in here because of the walls and all of the white furniture and the floor that you don't need anything other than the color of the room and these windows right here to make this room insanely bright. And then I had to be creative with this side of the wall because there's not really anything in Disney that lets you make a big display like the one that Nancy sees in the store in the game. And we don't have those doorways that connect the two sides of Aparát. So I just put TVs over here and a DJ booth, because why not? That's fun. Elka, she should have sold a DJ booth in the game. and then putting all these computers down on the kiosks. And I love that there were actually these Wall-E furniture items to stand in for those kiosks in the game. And I would have loved to have been able to put tablets or cell phones down in here as well, but I haven't seen anything like that in Disney Dreamlight's furniture options. So we just go with a lot of computers for now, and then more computers over here, and the neon signs are just up there again to add more of a sense of the tech and color. But then honestly, my favorite detail in this whole space is that we have Elka's laptop on the counter. I just absolutely love that. And Nancy can do the whole let's sneak back behind the counter and stand at the computer, and if there were more room, we'd put Elka's desk over there and we would snoop it. So this is new Aparát. And crossing the other side of the room, if we have new Aparát, we must also have old Aparát, which is Merrick's side of the store. And this is honestly my favorite space in this whole Nancy Drew house. All apologies to the Drew living room and the grand piano, but this space just makes me so happy because doesn't even have to be connected to a Nancy Drew game. It is amazing because this is really just an antique store, and you get so many random knickknacks and things in Disney Dreamlight Valley, and this space was the inspiration that I needed for how to use some of those things. So let's look at some things. There's no piano in old Aparát, but honestly, an upright grand piano like this could totally fit. So I think it really fits in. And then I just really wanted to make the space feel like kind of happy chaos, where you just again have this random assortment of things all over. So these artwork things on the walls, and then just picking and choosing for shelves in the center of the room, just different knickknacks and items to put on the shelves. And then same thing over here, having shelves up on the wall, and then all sorts of things, trying to choose things that also looked very old school, like this phone and this old TV and the record player and the Wall-E bicycle seat chair and this old trash can over here. And then we have Merrick's desk area. So again, I could just envision, let's go back here and snoop through his things. But again, turns out in both sides of Aparát, a computer is my favorite detail of the room. So I just love this Monsters Inc. computer sitting right here, because again, if you have played Mystery of the Seven Keys, hopefully you will appreciate the reference of having a dinosaur of a computer sitting on this desk. And just a small but really fun detail to me that I was so happy I was able to include. So those are my Nancy Drew rooms in my Nancy Drew themed Disney Dreamlight house. So let me know in the comments what you think, which room was your favorite, and if there's any other Nancy Drew space that you would especially like to see me try to add to my valley. No guarantees on anything, because we are at the mercy of the furniture options that Disney Dreamlight gives, and there is a certain amount of customization that you could do with some things, but again, it's just sometimes a big challenge to try to make things work. But I think the rooms in this house turned out really well and fit the games that inspired them pretty nicely. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you around for the next video, whenever that may be. Bye everyone!